visible and audible. Today is the 1st of February 2026, and I am live today to talk to my near and dear ones from back home. But of course, anyone is allowed to comment, and I do have a few community settings in place, but really, I don't want to restrict the participation. Perhaps let's keep it open. Yesterday I was live, and after the live stream, I noticed once again that my watch hours has fallen. It fell by 5, which is again difficult to understand, but we will try to figure it out. Hello Riju, hello, how are you Riju? How are you? All good? Sab बढ़िया? Hello mom, hello. All good? Okay. All well. Hello Shumanda, hello. সুমন্দা কেমন আছো? তো আজকে হচ্ছে রবিবার, আজ রবিবার। আজকে সকাল থেকে যেটা আমি মেন কাজ করেছি সেটা হচ্ছে প্যাকিং। So I will give you a brief view of the situation here. Just get up and I will show you that you can see the bags are all packed. Bags are all packed. I think you can get a clear view of this. 2 bags, bag 1 and bag 2. You see? Yep, so bag 1 and bag 2, they are all packed. I also have a few smaller bags which are also packed. Hello Pavanji, hello. So this cupboard was packed with stuff, and now it is, as you can see, completely empty. Nothing in here, nothing in there. Khali. These desks were also full of stuff. Now it's completely khali. कुछ भी नहीं. All the packing has been done. I see that a few pieces of paper are lying here, some bills. I will keep it with me. You can say I have a hoarding mindset, so I keep the bills also with me, all the bills. So yeah, things are fully packed. Good morning Ma, good morning Baba. So that was the agenda since morning. Packing is complete, and the question might be, why have I done all the packing? The packing has been done. Packing কেন করা হলো? এত প্যাকিং কেন? তার কারণ হচ্ছে আজকে আমি সব লাগেজ যে নতুন জায়গায় থাকবো সেখানে নিয়ে যাব, স্পেশালি দ্য হেভি ব্যাগস, সেগুলো আমি আজকেই ওখানে রেখে দিয়ে চলে আসবো। সেই জায়গার চাবি আমাকে দিয়ে দিয়েছে, তো চাবি নিয়ে আমি ওখানে গিয়ে দিয়ে আসবো। সেটা আজকের মেইন কাজ। সেটা হয়ে গেলে অনেকটা কাজ এগিয়ে থাকবে। বেশ, আর আজকে থাম্বনেলটা যদি খেয়াল করে থাকো, তাহলে আমি আজকে নতুন যেটা শিখেছি সেটা হচ্ছে শার্ট ফোল্ড করা। কাঁচা তো শিখে গেছিলাম, এখন ফোল্ড করা আমি মোটামুটি পারছি। গুড মর্নিং রাজনাথজি। Anubhav Biswas. Hello, good morning, Anubhav Biswas. Thank you for the kind comment. Thank you for if you have attended my classes. Thank you for that, and I have always stated this: the student is the best teacher. So I have learned a lot from you as well if you have attended my classes. So Shubham Chatterjee, any questions? Any questions from you? নিজের তালা লাগাতে হবে না, কাল থেকে ENT প্র্যাকটিক্যাল। অল দ্য বেস্ট। If you want me to tell you what questions will come, then you have to contact me in a separate place. That's just kidding. I have no influence on the questions that will appear in your exam because I don't know. But I can tell you the kind of questions that are usually asked. I have experience of framing those questions. So I can tell you what you can expect, but I have no idea what the question paper will be tomorrow. So if you want to get in touch about that, or if you want to ask any specific questions, feel free to ask. I will answer them. But again, I have no idea what question will appear in tomorrow's exam. নিজের তালা লাগাতে হবে না, যেখানে যাচ্ছি সেখানে তো লাগাতে হবে। হ্যাঁ, তো এখানে ওই দরজাতে কি হোল আছে ওটা ঘুরেই লক হয়ে যায়, আলাদা করে তালা ঝোলাতে হয় না। ইয়েস, হাউস চেঞ্জ করছি আজকে, ভারী লাগেজগুলো শিফট করে দেবো, কারণ আজকে সানডে, কালকে মানডে কাজের মধ্যে শিফট করতে অসুবিধা হবে। সি আই এম ইউজিং শিফট অলসো, ওল্ড হ্যাবিটস। তো লাগেজটা আজকে দরজাতে বাইরে কি হোল আছে ওটা ঘুরিয়ে দিলেই হয়ে যায়। অলমোস্ট হোটেলের মতো, কোনো ঝোলাতে হয় না। তো আজকে ব্যাগগুলো শিফট করে দেবো, ব্যাগগুলো রেখে দিয়ে আসবো, শিফট করে দেবো। কিপ সিং শিফট, আই ডোন্ট নো। ব্যাগগুলো রেখে দিয়ে আসবো, আমি কালকে যাব। তো সেটা ওখানকার ল্যান্ডলর্ডের সাথে কথা বলা আছে, এখানকার ল্যান্ডলর্ডের সাথেও কথা বলা আছে। তো অ্যাট প্রেজেন্ট আই হ্যাভ 2 keys to 2 places. I will show you that. At present I have 2 keys. See, key number 1, key number 2. So I have 2 keys now. Tomorrow onwards I will only have 1 key. ওকে, অনুভব, কিছু প্রশ্ন থাকলে করতে পারো এখানে। যদি তুমি ব্যক্তিগত প্রশ্ন করতে চাও তাহলে তো ইমেল করতে হবে। আমার নামের স্পেলিং @gmail.com, সব ছোট হাতে। আর টেক আ কার ফর শিফটিং হেভি লাগেজেস, অফ কোর্স, ইয়েস। There is no alternative. The luggage is so heavy that I cannot push it all the way. Theoretically it is possible, if I have the entire day, so I don't have a time constraint, I can keep pushing them. But the only problem is that along with the 2 big bags I also have 2 smaller bags. So what I will forget is I will forget the slippers because they were bought while I was staying here, so I might forget that. But yes, definitely I will book a car to move the luggage, definitely. I cannot expect to do it while walking. So this is the way it is. Hello to everyone. Hello for joining. सरजी के पासे নিয়ে দরগা টানবেন। One of the toughest things is to understand what Rajnath is trying to say. Okay, सरजी কি পাশে নিয়ে, হ্যাঁ, ওকে, হ্যাঁ বুঝেছি, আই নো। বাট এটা আইকিউ সিটির মতো নয় যে দরজা টানলে লক অটোমেটিক্যালি লক হয়ে যায়, ওরকম দরজা নয় এখানে। দরজা টানলেই লক হয়ে যাবে সেরকম দরজা নয়, সেটা আমি জানি। আইকিউ সিটিতে প্রবলেম ছিল যে কি ভেতরে থেকে গেলে আর দরজা টেনে দিলে তখন কি বার করার জন্য বাঁদর লাগতো, তো আমরা বাঁদর ডাকতাম। বাঁদর বলা ঠিক না, বাট somebody who was as agile as a monkey, and I mean it as a compliment. I had to hire those people to rescue the key. সেটা এখানে সে সমস্যা নেই। দুটো জিনিস, একটা হচ্ছে দোতলায়, this is a first floor apartment, not a 10th floor apartment like IQ City. And second thing is যে দরজাটা অটোমেটিক্যালি লক হয় না, চাবি ঘোরালে তারপরেই লক হয়। হ্যালো বুড়ো আমা, হ্যালো। Yes, I will, but again, automatically লক হয় না। চাবি না ঘোরানো অবধি বাইরের দরজা লক হবে না। অবশ্যই চাবি নিয়ে বেরোনো উচিত, না হলে দরজাটা খোলা থেকে যাবে। So that is definitely a problem. But yes, thank you for reminding me of all these things. সব দরজা ইনসাইড চেক করবেন, ঠিক। ধন্যবাদ, চেক করব, অবশ্যই চেক করব। বুঝেছি, রাজনাথের কথা আমি বুঝতে পেরেছি। 2-3 বার পড়লে বোঝা যায় রাজনাথ কি বলতে চাইছে। বেশ, আর কিছু প্রশ্ন থাকলে করো। If you have any more questions, you can ask. I've realized that if I switch to Bengali and Hindi, it results in people disappearing, which is fine. My objective is not to have a lot of views, but it is a little puzzling for me that every time I am live here, my watch hours on YouTube decrease. I don't know why that happens. If you know the answer, then please let me know. Today is the 7th Sunday that I am spending here. I was counting the number of Sundays that I will be here for. So this is Sunday number 7 in the UK. I actually can't predict how many Sundays I will be here. Nobody knows the future. But today is the 7th Sunday in succession that I am in the United Kingdom. And I am from India, for those of who are interested in telling me to go back where I came from. You can ask me to go back to India. Yes, I will sleep the night here. I will sleep the night here, and tomorrow morning I will sleep the night here simply because uh, the beds are not ready. Yeah, I will not lock inside rooms. So the luggage in the inside, the beds, I am losing my train of thought. The beds in the new apartment are still not ready. They probably will be ready on Monday, so there is no option of sleeping there tonight. I will be sleeping here. Tomorrow evening, I will start staying there. Today, I will get the luggage there so that I don't have to carry the luggage to my workplace, which is 10 minutes or 15 minutes walking distance from the new apartment, but I don't want to haul the luggage to the workplace. And now breakfast hoini. Breakfast. This is the recurring question, and I keep answering this every time. I have very little food here. Okay, খুব কম খাবার আমি খাই, তার কারণ খুব সিম্পল। অপশনস লিমিটেড, এবং ব্রেকফাস্ট করতে গেলে আমাকে হসপিটাল যেতে হবে। হসপিটালে ব্রেকফাস্ট স্টার্ট হয় সানডেতে দুপুর 12টা থেকে। এখন বাজে 10:30। তো 12টা বাজার পরেই আমি যাব। তার আগে আমি লাগেজগুলো ওখানে রেখে দিয়ে আসবো। এবার কোয়েশ্চেন হচ্ছে যে কেন আমি খাবার খাই না, তার কারণ হচ্ছে এখন অবধি আমার স্যালারি আসেনি, তো এখনও সেভিংসের ওপরেই আছি। তো আই এম বিং আ বিট কেয়ারফুল উইথ দ্যাট। Again, I'm not asking for sympathy, but it's just the way it is. Hello, Mr. Price. আর কিছু প্রশ্ন থাকলে করো, if you have any more questions. These live streams are basically the only opportunities I have to talk in Bengali. বাংলায় কথা বলার এই একমাত্র সুযোগ। আমি ভাবছিলাম যে একটা ইবরিংটন স্কোয়ার বা ফয়েল নদীর ধারে একটা ভিডিও বানিয়ে লিখবো যে বেঙ্গলি ইন ডেরি, where are all the Bengalis at, which is a bit strange. হ্যাঁ, অনলাইন আনানো যায়, কিন্তু তার জন্য মোটা টাকা দিতে হয়, মোটা। বিকজ এটা নিয়ে একটা ভিডিও আমি রিলিজ করছি। আমার একটা আইডিয়া এসছে মাথায় যে আমি যেখানে ভারতে থেকেছি, ইন্ডিয়াতে, আর এখন যেখানে আছি ইউকেতে, এই দুটো জায়গার মধ্যে কী কী ডিফারেন্স আমি নোটিস করেছি, সেটা একটা সিরিজ হিসাবে আমি আপলোড করবো, উইদাউট রিয়েলি saying one place is better than the other, just the differences I have observed. তো তার মধ্যে প্রথম যেটা আপলোড হয়ে আছে কিন্তু এখনও পাবলিক হয়নি, এটা আই থিঙ্ক 1-2 দিনের মধ্যে পাবলিক হয়ে যাবে। সেখানে আমি বলেছি যে ডেলিভারি, ফুড ডেলিভারিটা কতটা ডিফারেন্ট ইন্ডিয়া আর ইউকের মধ্যে। I don't know. I don't know that. I know that the bed will be there, but the rest I don't know. যদি দেয় তো ভালো, যদি না দেয় তাহলে কিনতে হবে। সামনেই ডিপার্টমেন্টাল স্টোর আছে, তো কিনতে হবে, কী করা যাবে। Now you can understand why I am spending so less on food, because I don't know how much I have to spend on other important things. So yeah, if it's there, it's good. If it's not there, I have to buy. It's unlikely that in a furnished apartment they will not give that, but nobody knows. We'll see, we'll see. নাহলে এইসব জিনিস যেগুলো তুমি বলেছো সেগুলো কোথায় পাওয়া যায় সেটা আমি জানি, হসপিটালের সামনেই পাওয়া যায়, তো ওটা অ্যারেঞ্জ হয়ে যাবে। তো রাজনাথ যেটা বলছে অনলাইন খাবারের ব্যাপারে করা যেতেই পারে, বাট the delivery is a little expensive. Dry fruit. धन्यवाद राजनाथ, रोज एक बात बोलने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। ज़रूर रखेंगे, जब पैसा रहेगा पास तब रखेंगे। Hello Julie, I don't know what you want me to do. Okay, this is just a conversation live stream, so if you're expecting anything fancy, sorry to disappoint. বলো, আর কিছু প্রশ্ন থাকলে কর। So yeah, in the last few live streams I kept a lot of filters. This is an unfiltered live stream. I want to see if that has any different impact on the watch hours or not. You ask the owner to supply you these things and take the rent of these things. Let's see, let's wait and watch. People are generally very considerate here, so I'll just wait and watch to see if they are supplied or not. If they are not supplied, then that's not really a bad thing in my mind. But yeah, let's just wait and watch. Yesterday I went to see the new flat, and it was explained to me how to check the electricity bill, and here the heating is through gas. Room heating, heating the water, all of that is through gas, and that can be centrally controlled using a thermostat, and this gas needs to be recharged with the help of a card. So that card was given to me. I will take the card to some shops where the recharge can happen, and then there is a meter with a slit, and I can slide the card inside the meter, and that would um, transfer the balance on the card to the meter, and more gas will be available. I've heard that in parts of England, water also has a bill, so you have to pay for the water. In Northern Ireland, water bills do not exist, to the best of my knowledge, only electricity bill and heating bill. So for me, the heating is through gas. Some places have heating with electricity, some people have heating with oil, I think. That's what I know. I am not an expert on this matter at all. Broadband or Wi-Fi, all that also is something I have to pay for if I opt for it. It's a fairly big place. Once I have moved there, I will make a video showing the new place also. So from what I understood, there's a bathroom, there is a kitchen, there's a living room. The kitchen living room is a combined space with a clear demarcation where the kitchen ends and the living room starts. There are 2 bedrooms, big ones, and there is an office room. So it's a fairly big place, much more than what I need, and I think it will be a comfortable stay there. I don't think there is a room heater. The entire flat is heated by gas. So when I entered the flat was quite warm, and the heating was already on. So there is no separate radiator like is present in this room. So it's a boiler system. So the indoor heating is quite good. In this part of the world, the indoor heating is phenomenal. The only problem is that when it is summer, then there is no way to cool it down. If you feel cold, you can always warm yourself up. In fact, when I'm indoors, I hardly feel cold at all. But my question is, when it is warm outside, then there is no facility to cool yourself down, which is something I'm interested to find out when summer is here. Which part of Asia has the most footfall? I have no understanding of that question. I did not understand that at all. Which part of Asia has the most footfall? What does that mean, footfall? Footfall generally means attendance. No, fans don't exist. So I can show it to you. Look at the ceiling. Can you see the ceiling behind me? Can you see the ceiling? The concept of ceiling fans does not exist here. Okay, I hope I can show you the ceiling. That's the ceiling. Okay, there are no ceiling fans. So here you can see, and probably this is the last time I can show it to you. This is the heater, this is the radiator. Okay, this is the radiator which really heats up this room that I am in now. You can see this part is quite warm. Okay, this is the radiator which is really heats up the room very nicely. But there are no fans. The concept of fans does not exist. Okay, can you appreciate this? The ceilings are like that. There are no fans. Table fan, yeah, yep. So when I went to Glasgow in May 2023, and I was staying in a hotel, at that time, when I was staying in a hotel in 2023, at that time, one of the other guests in another room, I heard her complain in the corridor that I'm roasting here. This is so hot. Could you arrange a fan for me? She probably felt I was one of the housekeeping staff, but and fair play to her, many of the housekeeping staff are from India, but I was not wearing uniforms. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she was talking to the housekeeping staff standing behind me. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, so I had heard her say that and for people here, temperatures like 20 degrees Celsius is quite hot. For me, 20 degrees Celsius is not hot at all. But at least now, I don't know what I will feel when it's actually 20 degrees Celsius. But she wanted a table fan, and a table fan was provided to her. So that is the only solution, I think. As far as mosquitoes are concerned, I haven't encountered them, and I hope I never have to encounter them. I think when I am listing the differences between my life in India and my life in the UK, one of the most important differences that I have noticed are mosquitoes. The absence of mosquitoes in the UK is something I find very refreshing. I wish India could also be free of mosquitoes. I don't know if I would ever need fans, but I have heard the possibility of fans in the summer. the need for fans in summer. Some people have mentioned that. I have seen people using a fan even in January in the hospital. When I went to one office, the person in that office was enjoying the breeze from a fan. I don't know why, but he was. And but technically speaking, if I do need a fan, I would probably need it in the month of May. But I don't know. I don't know if I will need it or not. ছাড় পোকা আছে কি নেই আমি জানি না, দেখতে হবে। ছাড় পোকা কি খালি চোখে দেখতে পাওয়া যায়? হয়তো দেখতে পাওয়া যায়, এখন অবধি চোখে পড়েনি। এখন অবধি চোখে পড়েনি। এই তোমার কোয়েশ্চেনটা মানে কি? উইচ পার্ট অফ এশিয়া হ্যাজ দ্য মোস্ট ফুটফল? হোয়াট ডাজ দ্যাট মিন? মোস্ট অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স? And the most populated country in the world is India. Second is obviously China, People's Republic of China. But what did you mean by which part of Asia is the most footfall? Footfall বলে একটা ডিজিজও হয়, নার্ভের ডিজিজও হয়। I don't think you mean that. Could you please explain what you meant by the question, ma'am? Which part of Asia has the most footfall? I don't understand the question. और पूछिए, और कोई सवाल है तो पूछिए। तो ये है बाहर का नज़ारा। ये नज़ारा आपको आज तक ही दिखेगा, कल से नहीं दिखने वाला। ये लास्ट आप देख लीजिए, इसके बाद नहीं दिखने वाला, क्योंकि कोई और जगह पे रहने वाले हैं। শেভিং করছি না কেন? শেভিং করছি তার একটা বড় কারণ হচ্ছে শেভিং জেল শেষ হয়ে গেছে। সেটা আমি আজকে কিনবো, আজকে কেনার পরে শেভিং হবে। ভুলে যাচ্ছি, শেভিং জেল কিনতে ভুলে যাচ্ছি। যদিও এখানে আসার পরে প্রথম আমি শেভিং জেল ছাড়াই শেভিং করছিলাম, বাট এখন শেভিং জেল ইউজ করার পরে অভ্যাস হয়ে গেছে শেভিং জেল ইউজ করার। তো আজকে কিনে নেবো, নিয়ে আজকে শেভ করে নেবো। নেক্সট কোয়েশ্চেন হবে যে ঠোঁট ফেটে গেছে কেন, ক্রিম লাগাচ্ছ না কেন? সেটাও লাগিয়ে নেওয়া হবে। वो भी हो जाएगा राजनाथ जी। और पूछिए, और कोई सवाल है तो पूछिए। মাম এখনো এক্সপ্লেন করলো না which part of Asia is the most footfall কথাটা কি মানে। তো আপকামিং যে ভিডিওটা আসবে আই থিঙ্ক কালকে বা পরশু বা তারপরের দিন, আমি 2-3 দিনের ভিডিও একসাথে আপলোড করে শিডিউল করে রেখে দিই। তো সেটার মধ্যে সেটার বক্তব্য হচ্ছে যে আমার ভারতের এক্সপিরিয়েন্স ভার্সেস আমার ইউকেতে এক্সপিরিয়েন্স অ্যাজ আ হিউম্যান বিং, নট অ্যাজ আ ডক্টর। তো তার মধ্যে আমি কি পার্থক্য লক্ষ্য করতে পেরেছি, তো সেই টপিকটা তোমাদের ভালো লাগবে বলে আমার মনে হয়। People from which Asian country do you see there most? Oh, okay. Again, it's very difficult to understand because they are not carrying their passports with them. So just by looking at them, it's very difficult to understand which Asian country they are from. If you talk about ethnicity, then I have seen a lot of South Asians, a lot of them from, especially in the hospital region, I've seen many South Asians. I've seen a lot of Chinese people also. So, as I said, the populations are large in India and China, and the diaspora is also large, the diaspora. So people from Chinese ethnicity, people who belong to the Chinese ethnicity, there are many here, and there are many South Asians also, but I cannot really understand the difference between a Chinese person and someone from Malaysia perhaps just by looking at them. Ethnicity wise they are the same, but nationality wise they are different. Similarly, it's very difficult to differentiate, and I know the controversy with it, but it's very difficult to differentiate between someone from Pakistan, someone from India, someone from Bangladesh, someone from Sri Lanka. It's very difficult to differentiate just by looking at them. So in my hospital, I think South Asia is more, and that's just my opinion. South Asia is more, and I think India would be the highest in terms of representation. I think that's my gut feeling. But there's a lot of people from Pakistan also. There are a lot of people from China also, and I don't know if they're from China or they are Chinese ethnicity from other parts of Asia. No, not really. It's I don't overly get attached to any place. I do get. I don't. I have consciously tried to not get attached to to any given place. I'm not attached to this place that much, but I am attached to predictability. For somebody who really has taken such a, I would say, brave decision of moving from India to UK, it might appear a bit counterintuitive to say that I don't like new places or I don't like new challenges. It's just that I want to manage the novelty value. Of course, I understand that new things will happen and I have to deal with them. I won't say I'm very fond of this place. I'm fond of not encountering that much change. So that is the only reason. I am more than being worried about leaving this place, I'm more worried about adjusting to a new place. This will be the third place I'll be staying in. It was always on the cards, so I am not complaining in any shape or form. In any shape or form, I know that I would have had to move to a new place, and I am moving there probably a little later than ideal. But I really like this place. There's no complaints I have about this place, but it's not like I'm attached to it or I don't want to move. I do want to move, and the new things that I will encounter do make me nervous, but that's something I have to deal with, and I think I will be able to deal with it. The big advantage that I have is that I have access to the internet, and so many of the problems that I felt were insurmountable for me, I have been able to negotiate with them one by one. বাংলায় কথা বলতে হবে তো। হ্যাঁ, নতুন জায়গায় যাওয়ার দুশ্চিন্তা একটা আছে, তবে সেটা তো হবেই। একটু একটু চিন্তা হয় নতুন জায়গায় কী কী অসুবিধা হতে পারে, তাছাড়া কোনো সমস্যা নেই। আলাদা কোনো ঘনিষ্ঠতা বা জায়গার সাথে বেশি কিছু নেই আমার। হিন্দু মন্দির কাছাকাছি আছে কি না আমি জানি না, খোঁজ করিনি। যদিও আমার যখন প্রথম দিন গাড়ি করে আমাকে ডেরি ঘোরানো হয়েছিল, সেদিন আমাকে জিজ্ঞেস করেছিল যে আর ইউ ইন্টারেস্টেড ইন ফাইন্ডিং আউট দ্য নিয়ারেস্ট টেম্পল। আই হ্যাড সেড নো। বাট নিশ্চয়ই আছে, নিশ্চয়ই আছে। যখন জিজ্ঞেস করেছে মানে নিশ্চয়ই আছে। ঠান্ডা হ্যাঁ কমেছে, হয় ঠান্ডা কমেছে বা আমার অভ্যাস হয়ে গেছে, দুটোর মধ্যে একটা। তবে হ্যাঁ, বরফ পড়ে না, স্নো হয় না, বৃষ্টি পড়ে, বৃষ্টি মাঝে মাঝেই পড়ে। সকালেই বৃষ্টি হচ্ছিল, তো বাইরে দেখতে পাচ্ছ যে এখন আকাশ পরিষ্কার, কোনো দুর্যোগ নেই। তবে ঠান্ডা কমেছে মানে কি 6 ডিগ্রিজ 5 ডিগ্রিজ ওরকম। আবার 6 ডিগ্রিজের টেম্পারেচার দেখাচ্ছে, কিন্তু যখন জোরে হাওয়া দেয় তখন 6 ডিগ্রিজটাই -2 ডিগ্রি -1 ডিগ্রি মতো মনে হয়। তো হ্যাঁ, একদিক দিয়ে কমেছে যে বরফ পড়ছে না, বাট ঠান্ডা তো আছে। তবে আমার এখন অভ্যাস হয়ে গেছে বলে আমার মনে হয়। বাংলাদেশের কোনো লোক নেই, এখন অবধি তো আমি কারোর সাথে, যদিও আমি যখন লিস্ট অফ ডক্টরস দেখি ওভারঅল অল ওভার দ্য হসপিটাল, কিছু কিছু বাঙালি নাম তো আমি দেখেছি, ব্যানার্জি এরকম নাম দেখেছি। তবে তাদের সাথে সম্মুখ সাক্ষাৎ এখনো হয়নি। তো again, I'm not very fond of this place, but I definitely had a very good experience here. এখানে থাকার অভিজ্ঞতা আমার খুবই ভালো। লোকজন এখানে খুবই ভালোভাবে বিহেভ করেছে, কিন্তু সেটা সব জায়গাতেই প্রযোজ্য এখন অবধি। বেশ, মাম কিছু প্রশ্ন থাকলে করো, জিও পলিটিক্যাল কোয়েশ্চেন কিছু থাকলে করো। উইকেন্ডে গো টু টেম্পল, সেটা যাওয়া যেতে পারে, না যাওয়ার কিছু নেই। উইকেন্ডে টেম্পল যাওয়া যেতেই পারে। টেম্পলটা খোঁজ করতে হবে কোথায় আছে, তবে আছে, এই নেই এরকম নয়, আছে। আর বলো। নিশ্চয়ই হয়, তবে আমাকে জানিয়ে করে না। কিছু অফিসিয়াল ইভেন্টস হয়, চ্যারিটি ইভেন্টস এসব হয়, সেগুলো মাঝে মাঝে ইমেল আসে। এখন অবধি সেরকম কিছু আমি যেতে পারি এরকম কোনো ইভেন্টের খবর আমি পাইনি, তবে হলে আমি যাব। চ্যারিটি ইজ এ গুড থিং। আর বলো, এনি আদার কোয়েশ্চেন্স? एनी क्वेश्चंस? वाह, बताइए, और कोई सवाल है तो पूछिए। है कोई सवाल? টেম্পল থাকলে আর অ্যাক্সেস পেলে যাবি মাঝে মাঝে। Thank you for telling me this. You know how many times I have visited temples in India. So definitely I will be visiting temples here also. Cricket. Oh, kiss. You're talking about insect or the game? Sport or the insect? সিপিএম এর পার্টি অফিস, সিপিএম এর পার্টি অফিস আছে কিনা আমি জানি না, খোঁজ নিতে হবে। তবে কার্ল মার্কস তো লন্ডনেই কমিউনিস্ট ম্যানিফেস্টো লিখেছিল। তো কার্ল মার্কস ইউজ টু লিভ ইন লন্ডন এট দ্যাট টাইম। এটা নিয়েও আমি একটা ভিডিও বানিয়েছিলাম যে কার্ল মার্কস অ্যাজ এ জার্মান ওয়েন্ট টু লন্ডন, wrote communist, a German wrote the Communist Manifesto sitting in London, but the communist revolution happened in Russia, which I find very interesting. That Marx is a German, he wrote the manifesto while in London, but the revolution happened in Russia. I find that very interesting. তো সিপিএম অফিস না থাকলেও মার্কসিজমের একটা, মার্কসিজমের পরিপ্রেক্ষিতে তাৎপর্যপূর্ণ জায়গা লন্ডন। অ্যান্ড আমি যখন লন্ডনে গেছিলাম 2023 সালে, তখন আমি সেই পার্কে গেছিলাম যেই পার্কে কার্ল মার্কস মাঝে মাঝে মর্নিং ওয়াক করতে যেত। আই থিঙ্ক ইটস কল্ড হ্যামস্টেড হিথ, হ্যামস্টেড হিথ। So yeah, there is a Marxism connection between London. There is a rich history of Marxism in London. Obviously, it's only historical. এখন কিছু নেই। নতুন বাড়িতে গেলে কি কি জিনিস কিনতে হবে? বালতি, মগ ইত্যাদি ইত্যাদি। তো বালতি মগ আমি কেন কিনবো আমি বুঝতে পারছি না। জামা কাপড় কাচার জন্য তো বালতি মগ লাগে না, ওয়াশিং মেশিন আছে, ওয়াশিং মেশিন ওটা দিচ্ছে, ইটস পার্ট অফ ফার্নিশড। বাকি বাথটাব, শাওয়ার এসব আছে, তো কেন বালতির মগ লাগবে? যেটা আর জিনিসটা বাকি রয়েছে সেটার জন্য টয়লেট পেপার আছে। সো আই ডোন্ট নো ওয়াই বালতি মগ লাগবে। তবে যা জিনিস লাগবে সেগুলো আমি কিনে নেব। আপ গরুর গাবন সময় বার করে, আপ গরুর গাবন সময় বার করে, আপ গরুর, আচ্ছা আপনি জরুর যাবেন, ওকে। টেম্পলে আমি জরুর যাব সময় বার করে, জরুর যাব, জরুর। বালতি মগ কিনবো আমি। I will buy Buckingham Palace before I buy Baltimore. I am saying this on YouTube. ঠিক আছে, বালতি মগ আমার কাছে যদি $1 trillion থাকে তাহলেও আমি কিনবো না। আগেন রান্নাঘরের টুকিটাকি জিনিস, আমি রান্না করছি না তো রান্নাঘরের টুকিটাকি জিনিস কেনার কি মানে আছে? যারা রান্না করতে ইচ্ছুক তারা কিনবে। যারা রান্না করতে ইচ্ছুক তারা যখন আসবে তখন তারা কিনবে। সামনেই দোকান আছে একদম 2-3 মিনিট দূরে, সেখান থেকে তারা কিনে নেবে। Yep. Yeah, it's a deliberate hyperbole. If I had the wealth to purchase Buckingham Palace, I would still not purchase Balti and Mog. I remember, and I have that, I'm sure you remember it because you people did it, but I remember it from my childhood when we would go on these long train journeys, 36-hour train journeys. The thing that we would always carry as luggage was Balti and Mog during train journeys. I know that. So I know how important Balti and Mog is, but I'm not buying it. Sorry, हम बाल्टी मॉग नहीं खरीदने वाला, तुम्हारे लिए भी नहीं खरीदने वाला। তোমরা যখন ট্রেনে করে বম্বে যাবে, চেন্নাই যাবে, তখন তোমরা বাল্টি মগ কিনে নিয়ে যাবে, আমি কিনছি না। और बताइए। और कोई सवाल है তো बताइए। ডিম সিদ্ধ, ব্রেড এইসব তো কিনতে হবে, তাহলে রোজ সকাল বিকেলে টিফিন নিজেই করে নিতে পারবি, পয়সা বাঁচবে। ইউ আর রাইট, ইউ আর absolutely right. From a financial point of view, it makes a lot of sense. That you just, and I know people who buy something very simple and they just keep it in a box. They keep it in the refrigerator, it's frozen. Hospital, restaurant, there is a microwave. They just put it in the microwave for 1 or 2 minutes and then they eat it. So those options exist, I know. Or even simple cooking like eggs and bread, all those options are also fair. Yeah, I will consider them once the financial matters are in order. I'm keeping track of my finances, how much I'm spending. If I realize that the spending is becoming unsustainable, then definitely I will start cooking for purely financial reasons. Hello, Simona. So, আজ সার্দ পানে গদি বরফ হয়ে গাবি তো বলতে গোল কাজে আসবে। আজ সার্দ পানি গদি বরফ হয়ে যাবে তো বলতে গোল কাজে আসবে। এটা বুঝতে টাইম লাগবে। Our Bombay journey with Dadu to Bihar train. Yep. বালতিমা দাদু জন লাগতো। Let us not talk about দাদু জন লাগতো। I remember Baltimore while going to Chennai also. But okay, if you say দাদু জন লাগতো, then I'll believe you because my memory of that time is not as sharp as your memory of that time. Hello from, hello to the person from England. Hello. Tyrannosaurus Rex, hello. Boiled egg, 1 banana, bun bread. Thank you for the recommendation, breakfast recommendations. I will consider it. It is under consideration. Yes, I will consider it. I will definitely consider it. থ্যাংক ইউ ফর দ্য সাজেশনস। জ্যাম জেলি কিনে রাখতে পারিস, ছোট ছোট প্যাক, ট্রেনে যেমন দেয়। I have to look for it if those packs are available here or not. If they are, then definitely. Thank you. I'm getting so many breakfast suggestions. Thank you so much. Hello. Hello to everyone. So, this is just an exercise of talking to parents and family members, near and dear ones. So, it might be boring for everyone else. But I have recently moved to the UK from India, so I probably will be expecting a few messages asking me to go back to India, which is fine. And by now, I'm used to it. আর কিছু? Any other questions? Any other questions? এইসব ব্রেকফাস্টের টপিকটা কেন আমরা এত গভীর আলোচনা করতে চাইছি? এনিওয়ে, আর কিছু তো দেখছি না। ওকে, রাজনাথের একটা কথা আমাকে, হ্যাঁ, আউট সর্দ পানি গদি বরফ হয়ে গাবি তো বলতে গল কাজে আসবে। What does this mean? বহুত সর্দ পানি যদি বরফ হয়ে যাবে তো বটলে জল কাজে আসবে। I guess he means that বরফ জমে যেতে পারে, বরফ জমে জল জমে বরফ হয়ে যেতে পারে, হয়ে যেতে পারে, কারেক্ট। ধন্যবাদ ধন্যবাদ ফর you are in Australia. I hope you are watching the Australian Open. It's one of the historic matches in the Australian Open, and I think Novak Djokovic will win, but I think the smart money is on Carlos Alcaraz. I have never bet in a smart way, so I will definitely be expecting a Novak Djokovic victory, a 25th major win, him eclipsing Ken Rosewall as the oldest man to win a major in the Open era. হ্যাঁ, রিকোয়েস্ট করি না বলে এত কথা হচ্ছে, ঠিক। I have no way to watch it. I don't have access to television. Great. So we are in agreement. Yes, I think Novak Djokovic will win, and it will be, in my opinion, the greatest achievement in the history of tennis. If Novak Djokovic beats Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz in 2 consecutive matches, the current world number 1 and world number 2, Novak Djokovic being almost 39, it doesn't get more difficult. And that would be an amazing achievement, and I think that really the debate regarding who is the greatest of all time in the Open era is already shut. But with Novak Djokovic winning, it really just raises the bar even further. He already is the best of all time. He makes it even more insurmountable, his achievements. Yes, obviously. See, Carlos, I'm not under any illusions. There is a 16-year age gap. Carlos Alcaraz is playing the best tennis across the men's game, and he has been a serial winner, but he has never won in Australia, and Novak has won 10 times. That doesn't mean anything. It's just that it's going to be a close match, and I will be fancying Novak Djokovic's chances today. Thank you for joining the live stream, Simona. It was nice talking to you. I guess it was nice. So, आपका न्यू हाउस हैप्पी हो सर जी, धन्यवाद। मोबाइल, in mobile, okay. I don't know if I can watch it on mobile. Yeah, probably I can. Yeah, thank you for the suggestion. I completely forgot that I can watch the match on my phone. I'll see if it's possible. I don't know. See, the thing is that back in India, I knew which app would show matches live. In the UK, I don't know which apps will show the matches live. So I'll see if I can get an app like that. If I have to subscribe again, go for a new subscription, pay some pounds to watch the match, I will not. I will, I will feel sad for not being able to watch the match. But then there are so many matches, great matches, that I couldn't watch even when I had access to them on the television. Many of those I was able to watch, I was lucky enough to watch, but I have not watched many great matches also. So by now I've become accustomed to not watching great matches. Thank you, Simona. Thank you so much. It will be live on Sony Live in India. The broadcast rights are different based on where you are watching from. So what you are telling me is the India situation. I don't know what the situation is in the UK. But yes, if I can watch it live, I will watch it live. Tell me more. আর কিছু বলার থাকলে বলো. I don't know what that means. But I'm going to assume it doesn't mean anything flattering. Where are my Nio glasses? So they attract a lot of racist comments. So I've stopped using them. You can say I have submitted or surrendered. But they are with me. They are in my bag, and if you want, I can wear them. But then that attracts comments which I don't really appreciate. But I do carry them with me in the bag because while walking, the sun doesn't really rise very high on the horizon. So it's almost at eye level. So it becomes difficult to watch. It becomes difficult to walk. Almost like you have those big headlights in cars which shine brightly at you. And then you find it very difficult to see anything, you get blinded by the light. And the same effect happens with the sun here because the sun is not very high up in the sky. So it's very important, especially during noon time, if you're walking outside, to have glasses, which I do. And there are my glasses. What did you not know, Mom? Oh, you did not know that. So, see, in an event like the Australian Open is being played at, say, 4:30 p.m. Australia time, or Melbourne time, 4:30 p.m. Melbourne time. I think in different parts of Australia, I don't think Australia has a single time zone, I'm not sure. But different parts of Australia may have different time zones. Definitely India is in a different time zone than Australia. So different countries have different broadcasters. So Sony Live is broadcasting in India. Australia may have their own broadcaster. There may be broadcasters in America who are completely different from the broadcasters in Europe, in UK. Thank you, Simona. Oh, you have different time zones in Australia. That's what I had thought. It's a wide country. So, yes. I do have plans of visiting Perth someday. I have I make these grand plans, and many of them don't see the light of day. But I do have a plan of visiting Casablanca in Africa, Perth in Australia, Sao Paulo in Brazil, and Newfoundland in Canada. That would complete my trips to all 6 continents apart from Antarctica. So I do want that. Oh my god. যদি গলাতে মাছের কাঁটা আটকে থাকে তাহলে আমি রেকমেন্ড করব যে আইকিউ সিটিতে যত তাড়াতাড়ি সম্ভব চলে যাও। থ্যাংক ইউ, থ্যাংক ইউ সিমোনা, অ্যান্ড আই হোপ দ্য সেম ফর ইউ। যদি মাছের কাঁটা আটকে গিয়ে থাকে গলাতে তাহলে আইকিউ সিটিতে তাড়াতাড়ি চলে যাও, ওখানে অনেক ভালো ভালো ডাক্তার আছে, তারা তোমাকে হেল্প করবে। গলায় কাঁটা নিয়ে থেকো না। ওকে। So why those particular places? Perth is the nearest place from the UK. That is the only reason. And also I like Perth. I like Waka. The idea of visiting Perth is great. Casablanca, because Casablanca is one of my favorite movies, and Casablanca is in Morocco in Africa. Newfoundland again is the nearest part of North America from London, and Sao Paulo, because I think that is the Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. These are the two places in Brazil I really want to visit. But so either one. I don't know what's going on. Any other? So yeah, the rationale is just because they are nearest from UK, but again, I know how unrealistic that is. But it's good to keep the plans written in one place, and if they work out, it's good. If it doesn't work out, it's fine. I've wanted to visit Australia ever since I watched Aguntuk, the last movie directed by Satyajit Ray. There's a line in that movie which says, "ওই দিকটা দেখা হয়নি." ওই দিকটা দেখা হয়নি means he didn't get a chance to visit Australia. So because he didn't get a chance to visit Australia, I have a feeling I want to visit Australia someday if it's possible. But again, I don't know. I would first like to get the other continents out of the way before I start exploring each continent in more detail. Oh, okay, Romanian. Nice. All right. Romania. I think Romania has a high emigration rate, if I'm not wrong. Romania, in terms of per capita, I think per capita immigration in Romania is quite high. Romania and Poland, these are high immigration countries. I'm just guessing. I may be completely wrong. But nice to know that, Simona. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So in Asia, if you ask me which other place I want to visit, it's difficult to say. I don't have any place I really want to visit very soon. But if you really ask me, I think I want to visit Japan. Japan is a place I really want to see. But yeah, again, nothing in Asia is in the top of the list. China, Japan, yeah. Yes, China and Japan, especially the Great Wall of China. So once this is done, the other way of approaching this is, I heard this, one of the passengers was saying when we went to London, when I went to London with my parents, I heard a passenger saying, I have completed the 7 wonders of the world. So that is another way. If you target each of the seven wonders of the world. Of course, Taj Mahal is something I have seen with my parents. If one could see the other six wonders, that also covers large sections of the world. I don't think there is a wonder of the world in Australia. There are the pyramids in Africa. You have the Machu Picchu in Peru. You have, I think, something in Mexico is also there. Obviously, you have the Eiffel Tower in Paris, but you don't really have anything in Australia in terms of the wonders of the world. But I do want to visit all six continents. I am currently working with someone who is an astronaut, and I think has been to space or will be going to space. So aspirations of people are much bigger than my aspirations of visiting all six continents. So I'm working with someone who's actually in space medicine. So it's very. I'm very privileged to have such great colleagues. A lot to learn from them. Okay. So do you have any more questions? Yes, you do have Great Barrier Reef. That is true. Great Barrier Reef perhaps is the greatest natural wonder in the world. And yes, you do have Sydney Opera House. But yeah, so if I do visit Australia, that would be top of the list. And because Australia is the farthest away from where I was in India, and even I don't know if Australia is farther than North America or not. But yeah, I think I would start with Australia if that's possible. Oh, no, I did not listen to Sunita Williams. Good to know that she was in Kerala Lit Fest. I'm very happy to hear that. Many people from the NHS, where I'm working now, many doctors from the NHS do emigrate to Australia. I don't know why, but that is a frequent phenomenon. Even to New Zealand. Barkha made a podcast. Okay. I will also email Sunita Williams and request me to join me on a podcast. Thank you for the idea. I will try to do that. Raj Samani, you told me yes. Yeah. So I will try to do that also. Maybe they will say yes to me. Oh, that's all right. I think that was a faux pas. Doesn't matter. So I think the glasses have served their purpose. I don't think they serve any more purpose now. Oh, so bright. Any further questions for me? Any further questions? If there are no further questions, then I will take your leave. And maybe we can catch up next, maybe tomorrow. Maybe we can reflect on the Australian Open final or something else. So see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining the live stream and staying here till the end. See, fishbone, don't wait for the fishbone to come out. My suggestion would be go to a doctor and get it examined. And I would recommend Icusity because I am aware of how good they are. So go to the doctor, get yourself examined. Even if it is not there, knowing that it is not there is also something valuable. Don't wait for it to become serious. That is my recommendation, which you obviously are free to ignore. But as a doctor, I would recommend that. Okay, bye bye. You can wave back. Bye bye. See you tomorrow if possible. Bye bye.